The Duchess of York could be called as a witness in the sex assault lawsuit against Prince Andrew, it has been reported. Lawyer David Boies, who represents the Duke of York's accuser Virginia Roberts, has spoken of his intentions to formally speak with 2 British witnesses to a New York judge. The move, which comes after lawyers for Ms. Roberts said they would request for Prince Andrew to give testimony under oath, has sparked speculation that the royal's former wife Sarah, Duchess of York, could be subpoenaed, The Telegraph reports. It comes after Sigrid Macaulay, another lawyer for Ms. Roberts, suggested that one of the people who could be asked for a deposition was Andrew's ex-wife. The Duke of York, 61, is facing a civil lawsuit in the U.S. after Ms. Roberts filed the lawsuit in August alleging that she was forced to have sex with him 3 times under orders from the pedophile Jeffrey Epstein in 2001 when she was 17. Prince Andrew has always vehemently denied the claims and his legal team is seeking to get the U.S. case thrown out. In her civil lawsuit, Ms. Roberts also claims she was forced to have sex with Prince Andrew at Jeffrey Epstein's mansion in New York and on Little St. James, his private island in the Caribbean. She alleges she was trafficked to London in March 2001, where she was photographed next to Andrew in Maxwell's house. Andrew has insisted he has no recollection of meeting Miss Roberts and has repeatedly denied her account of events. He told a 2019 Newsnight interview he was at a Pizza Express restaurant in Woking, Surrey, on the day they supposedly went dancing and had sex. Ms. Roberts has also alleged she has suffered significant emotional and psychological distress and harm because of her alleged abuse and is claiming damages which could run into millions of pounds if her case succeeds. In her lawsuit, she claimed Andrew knew she was a victim of sex trafficking by Epstein, and also knew she was a minor under U.S. law. The lawsuit alleged she was compelled by express or implied threats by Epstein, Maxwell and/or Prince Andrew to engage in sexual acts with Prince Andrew, and feared death or physical injury to herself or another and other repercussions for disobeying Epstein, Maxwell, and Prince Andrew due to their powerful connections, wealth, and authority. Ghislaine Maxwell is also facing a criminal trial accused of procuring and trafficking underage girls for Epstein. She denies the allegations. This week it was revealed that lawyers for Prince Andrew's accuser will seek a deposition from him as part of her sex assault lawsuit against him. The legal team for Virginia Roberts will request for the Duke of York to give testimony under oath and could do so relatively promptly. Ms. Roberts' lawyer David Boies said that he would seek to depose between 8 and 12 people while the Duke's lawyers wanted to question a similar number. During a 10-minute hearing before a federal court in New York, Mr. Boies said that the case was moving along after delays caused by the Duke refusing to accept service of the legal paperwork. The judge set a tentative trial date of next September or October, meaning that it will cast a shadow over the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, which will take place in June 2022, marking 70 years since she acceded to the British throne. The hearing came days after Andrew filed his response to Ms. Roberts' lawsuit claiming she accused him for another payday at his expense. During the hearing, Mr. Boies said that his list of 8 to 12 witnesses included people he can't identify right now because I'm not sure who we will be able to get, and that investigation is ongoing. He said, "We'd be prepared to start some of the depositions relatively promptly. Some targets will not be identified for another 2 months." The Duke's lawyer Andrew Brettler said that he would be seeking a similar number of depositions. Judge Lewis Kaplan asked if either side anticipated needing letters rogatory, or a formal request from him to the British legal authorities to get somebody to sit for a deposition. Mr. Boies said, "There are 2 people in the United Kingdom where it might be necessary for letters rogatory. We may be able to get him to appear voluntary. We ought to know that within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Mr. Bretler said he was not ruling out the possibility of making a similar request of the judge. In an interview earlier this month, Sigrid Macaulay, another lawyer for Mrs. Giuffre, suggested that one of the people who could be asked for a deposition is Andrew's ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson. Judge Kaplan said he was looking at the possibility of September, in any case October to December for the trial, though he couldn't set a firm date yet. The Duke of York stepped back from public life after the disastrous Newsnight interview over his relationship with convicted paedophile Epstein, 66, who was found dead in his prison cell while awaiting trial on trafficking charges in 2019.